So what I am going to try here is I am going to just put the testing of hypothesis part in very simple terms by taking very simple examples also. So just by listening to this, we may be having an exposure towards, or the basic exposure towards what exactly are the different types of tests that we are having, what is the relevance of testing a hypothesis, all these things that we'll be learning across. So basically speaking about hypothesis, we are having two types of test in proving a hypothesis or testing a hypothesis, namely parametric tests and non-parametric test. So in all the textbooks that it may be there, and if you sit and if you continuously read about that, it may be sometimes confusing. So that now I am trying to put it in very simple sense. So many statistical tests are based upon the assumption that the data are sampled from a Gaussian distribution, that means a normal distribution. These tests are referred to as parametric tests. Okay, so parametric test, if you want to apply certain parametric tests like t-test, z-test, ANOVA, etc., the data set has to follow certain criteria or satisfy certain parameters. The first parameter in that is it has to assume that it is normally distributed. Okay, so if the data is normally distributed, the first part of the first hurdle is over, so that you can use any of the parametric tools. So other assumptions are also there, but the major one pertaining to that is, again, we need to assume the assumption is that the data are sampled from a Gaussian distribution. So tests like t-test, z-test, ANOVA are different parametric tests available for us. So you may be then asking, what exactly is non-parametric tests like? Tests that do not make assumptions about the population distribution are referred to as non-parametric tests. So there no restrictions are there, no parameters are to be satisfied if you want to use any of the tests. All commonly used non-parametric tests rank the outcome variable from low to high and then analyze the ranks. So example, Wilcoxon sign test, Mann-Whitney U, then Kurzweil-Wallis test, all these things are the known parameter, or even chi-square test also are the known parametric tests what we are having to go for our hypothesis testing. We'll see one by one anyway. So again, what is hypothesis? Even we have discussed the same thing prior also when we were explaining about objectives, when we were explaining about the research problem and all. But still a small introduction about this. Hypothesis is a claim or an assertion about population parameters. Statistically, all those words that I have included. So an example is like, see, the mean monthly cell phone bill in this city is 500 rupees. So mean means the average. The average monthly telephone bill of a city is 500 rupees about the population mean. And population proportions examples like the proportion of adults in this city with cell phone is equal to 0.68. Okay, so 68% of the male, they are having at least they are having a cell phone connection with them. So this is about the hypothesis about a population proportion. This is a hypothesis about a population mean. So we may be learning about different methods how to satisfy or how to check the proportion hypothesis and how to go on with comparison of the means.